Hello, I'm Dr. Rosie Kuhn, and today is day 12 of our Inward Bound Bootcamp to Self-Transformation. And yesterday we were talking about how you know you're ready for this metamorphosis process and how you've gotten yourself here. The courage that you've cultivated over the past 2 weeks, what you've noticed, the strengths that you've built to stay present and committed and in this process. And today we're going to talk about what else shows up in this process. What a lot of people are not prepared for is that sometimes these spiritual journeys, these transformative journeys, are very challenging and uncomfortable. Challenging as in it challenges our interpretations that we shouldn't feel uncomfortable emotionally, spiritually, physically, or mentally. However, to grow ourselves, we keep meeting these edges of our comfort zone. And when we meet these edges of our comfort zone, which is usually, this edge is usually fear-based beliefs and interpretations that we've always held on to, that when we come up and we lean into it, it feels uncomfortable. We become more aware of those little inklings of restlessness and irritability and discomfort. We become more sensitive to the emotionality that's present in the moment. And quite often that's why we ignore and avoid this present moment, because in this moment, who we are and what's really truly happening is this expression of what's naturally unfolding, which can be a discomfortable, uncomfortable experience for you. So this is natural, this is normal. If you have any inclination that this is perhaps a health issue, then by all means go and see your wellness practitioner or your doctor, whoever it is you're working with, so that you can stay mindful and clear and confident that this is not a physical dis-ease per se, as in an illness, but this is the transmutation, big word, the metamorphosis, the undoing of the density of what you've held on to. So if you've ever done a detoxing, a food detoxing or fasting kind of process, you know that when you detox, you go through a purging process, and it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes you feel nauseous, you feel tired, you feel fatigued, you might feel emotional. These are parts of a detoxing process. And this transformative process that you are in this boot camp is taking you through a detox. It's an energetic, vibrational, and physical detox. So that means you're going to feel uncomfortable. It's normal. It's natural. And you might get scared. I get scared all the time. I'll have some symptoms that are coming up of this process, and I'll go, oh my God, that means such and such. And I'll make up a story about it. It doesn't mean that at all. And the fact of the matter is in truth, 99% of our disease and illnesses are not physical in nature, but are emotional, energetic, and stress related. And when we know that, then we go, oh, if I let this go, I'm more likely to be healthier. I'm more likely to be in my well-being and whole being. I'm more likely to not really need to get sick or diseased. So just consider that what you're doing in this purging process is helping your body return to its wholeness and its health and vitality. So that's really, really good to know. Is it scary? Could be, because we all have all these ideas, and we are fed all the time through all of, whether it's Facebook or, Medline or whatever it is that you listen to, there's all of these stories about you're going to get sick, or this will make you sick, or this will make you sick, or this will make you sick. And so we're scared of getting sick. But this is where we begin to transform those ideas to go, okay, this is not about being sick. This is about getting well. And that the symptoms, quite often, most of the time, the symptoms that we experience is an indication that our body wants some help in communication. It's telling you something. It's telling me something, that it's needing to work through something. And when we listen, we can help transmute those densities, those energies, those aches and pains and illnesses. We can transmute those and purge them so that our body is much more free to heal itself if it needs to heal itself. I can't tell you the number of aches and pains I've had that I thought were chronic, but by doing this work, those aches and pains have gone away. I had a wrist thing, and it's like, oh, that's carpal tunnel, or oh, that's because of this, or oh, that's because of that. When in truth there was some energy stuck there for a long time, for months. But it came, and I nurtured it in a sense that I respected that there was some sensitivity there and some vulnerability there. And I also allowed it to work itself through. And I also used energy workers to support this process to move that energy through. So it's really helpful to know people who are energy workers or massage therapists or any number of kinds of people that are in the field of support. Reiki practitioners, whoever it is that can help you be with your body in a way that can help move that energy through. Right now, currently I'm working with a acupuncturist, and that's just another way to allow the energies to flow, so that the whatever's been stuck and causing dis-ease has the capacity to move and flow through, and hence more well-being. So it's great. So number one, the point is that this process can create some discomfort. The emotionality of it, sometimes you're going to feel some deep feelings you weren't expecting. Fear, anger, depression, grief and sadness. These are all natural emotional processes. And when we can allow them to be, rather than getting scared and going, oh, I'm depressed, I better go get some medicine, if we allow it to move through, it'll move through. And again, it's really good if you have a sense that there's something wrong, by all means get support, because we want you to be comfortable through this. So practice areas is notice the discomfort. Notice when you're fatigued. Notice when your body is telling you it doesn't want this and it might want this. Notice you may be sleepless. You might find yourself awake through the night. That's normal and natural too, because sometimes our days are so full that we don't give ourselves any solitude, any quiet time with ourselves. And so the middle of the night is when we can start to listen and hear things with our spirit, inner guru person, our higher self, our inner child, all of those people, that we have access to them more so in the middle of the night. So don't be surprised if you find yourself awake and present to this openness to hear. So that's pretty much it. There is discomfort in this process. This is scary. This is uncomfortable. And it's normal and natural. Much like childbirth is going through that. It's uncomfortable as hell. And when you come through it, it's like, oh, I went through that. You have a better sense, a greater sense of courage, and a greater sense of strength of who you are in any of these processes. And that's part of the excitement and the value of going through such a process as this boot camp. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.